trenches. You stand beside me with your patience and forgiveness. I wanna give you my heart. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside me. Finally, I found you, baby. I figured out. Happy to be, baby. I could cry.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Buffalo Bills. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Their own 18-yard line.
Okay, ready? Come on. Hit! 60 Bison. Rig alert. 60 Eagles. What's the key? Check out.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. Breaks through the contact. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. When you look at this Buffalo defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes.
Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go now. Count. 3.
From the gun on third down. Fowler. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This returnable for Bird. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. A name Viking fans know well. It's the brother of Dalvin, James Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Bills sitting in a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This defense for the Vikings, very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this one is right through. And the Bills will add on to their lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with a grab with Lewis. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
60 Vikings.
Off-play action. Fowler. That's caught. Royals with it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
76.
Off the play fake. Fowler. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Dragon 60. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Ready? 60, 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Barnes. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Two. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
19, 18. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready?
Back to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On play action, Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay,
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Rough incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
From the gun on third down, Fowler. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
19-18.
They'll look to throw again. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Okay, break.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Vikings get a bit closer.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On play action, Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Roman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bills had 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I like what the offense did there, trying to spread the defense out with a 5-receiver formation. But give the defense credit. They stayed in their spot and were able to disrupt the catch and force the ball to the turf.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Open man, that's Felton. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On the return, it's Bird. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He finds his man. Complete. It's Roman. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Allen. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
To the air, Allen. This is Coleman with a grab. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Cook up the gut. And fights through one man. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and the lead will stay put at 17.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Buffalo 18. Let's go now. Viking 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 18. Pioneers.
Back to throw. Fowler. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
Looking to throw. Fowler. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career. That ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second and 10. Now Allen again. Allen going to run with it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Thrown outside to Kincaid. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Allen. Now it's up, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Here we go.
Now Lewis here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Off play action. Fowler. That's caught. Royals with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Lewis between the tackles into about the 40-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Again, it's Lewis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Here we go. Got a cowboy 80. Go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Allen going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Allen now looks to throw. Completes it to Coleman. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 6.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
So every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
James Cook. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Bills have opened the lead up to 30. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Come on.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First target, first catch, and a first down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Minnesota.
Here we go, set. Bronco leading. 18, 5 in.
Back to throw again. To the left side, he's got Royals. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And the
Come
Vikings
19.
first down.
Cougar 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second down and 6 now from the 26.
It's now second and 6.
Dragon
The
60.
26-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Up the middle here, it's Lewis. Nifty move. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Look out!
On play action, Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. The Bills on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And again, it's Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen to throw once more. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Vikings 14.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Here's a give. Lewis running left. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
This is Lewis on the handoff. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Warriors. Warrior 70. Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
319.
To throw, it's Allen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Bills, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Allen. Now he's going to, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Bills continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
19 tight.
Throwing to start the drive. Fowler. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Off the play fake. Fowler. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Drop 60, drop 60.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
19 Lions. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Fowler. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try the middle with Cook. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Alert!
So Allen's going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. Fights off the defender. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
19 tight. 19.
First down,
70.
Vikings.
70 Lions.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Off play action. Fowler. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now third down and very long.
Ready? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
Operating from the gun. Fowler. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
7-5, Crackle 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Trap 60. Trap 60. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Looking to throw. Fowler. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
66, Vikings 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 11. Cougar 19. 18. Pioneer.
Back to throw. Fowler. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Mason Graham busting through to get him for a loss of 6. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 Lions. Warrior 70.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Barnes. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice. Obviously, your training